This is your Peace News for Saturday, June 8th, 2013. Silver is trading at $22 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $109 per Bitcoin. Bradley Manning and supporters received a lot of press over the week. The New York Times highlights supporter efforts in its article, "Manning's supporters are loud and online," while Rolling Stone magazine rips into media outlets that failed to understand Bradley's motives or to grasp the big picture. Quote, "The debate we should be having is over whether as a people we approve of the acts he uncovered that were being done in our names." And former U.S. Representative Dennis Kucinich takes Bill O'Reilly to task, defending Bradley Manning's actions on the O'Reilly factor. Watch the video through a link in these show notes. Transcripts of the trial are now available thanks to the Freedom of the Press Foundation, who have hired a stenographer. Throughout 3 years leading up to this court-martial, no transcripts have been issued from the numerous pretrial hearings. It's been up to bloggers, journalists, and Bradley supporters to take notes by hand in court. The hiring of a stenographer by the public brings a touch of transparency back into the court. Read the transcripts from the first week yourself by clicking through our show notes. Speaking of trials, the trial of peace and pot activist Rich Paul continues, sort of. This week, Rich was featured in an awesome article by Business Insider, which connects the dots enough to see that Rich was targeted by the FBI for political purposes. Good thing Rich has too much principle and character to turn on his peaceful friends by wearing a wire into the Keene Activism Center. Rich's sentencing was yesterday, in which he was sentenced to a year in the Cheshire County House of Corrections, also known as the Keene Spiritual Retreat. This is a very light sentence, considering that he could have faced 81 years in prison. Still, he didn't create any victims, and so he's appealing the guilty verdict, but in the meantime, he's still locked up. He's already served 2 months, so with good time, he could be out in 7 months. Unfortunately, even though his crimes involved no victims or accusations of violence, at that time he will be a felon and will no longer be able to lawfully own a gun for self-defense. Bitcoin is an empowering new currency. It's peer-to-peer, so it's totally outside of government control. Bureaucrats can attack trading posts, but never the currency itself. Unlike dollars, the number of bitcoins grows to a certain limit at a predictable rate. They can be traded instantly and securely across the globe. Bitcoin is changing the way people pay for things the way email changed communication. Get started with Bitcoin at weusecoins.com. That's weusecoins.com. The trial theme continues as Liz Reitzig joined RT this week for an in-studio discussion of the current issues in food freedom. Liz shared the story of Vernon Hirschberger, the dairy farmer and father of 10, who was charged with illegally selling milk. He was found guilty of moving the milk, butter, and ice cream in his refrigerator, a crime punishable up to a year in jail and hefty fines in the tens of thousands of dollars. Liz also noted that regular people notice health benefits from consuming raw milk, such as weight loss, improved immunity, and healthy skin. Liz continues to work for the rights of all individuals to consume the foods of their choice. Support her work and that of the Farm Food Freedom Coalition at farmfoodfreedom.org. In an awesome video in which Dr. Kenney politely testifies at the IRS abuse of power hearing, she explains the intimidation the government used against her Tea Party group. In what is the most tactful display of speaking truth to power to come out in recent months, I urge you to watch this video. No matter where you stand with regard to politics, her courageous messages of independence and personal responsibility are just what the doctor ordered. And good news from the Shire, new movers abound. A video just appeared featuring 30 Free Staters helping to assist a new family move into their new home. Also this week, New Hampshire cop-turned-liberty activist Brad Jardis posted on his Facebook wall about the 2 classes of men created by the illusion of government authority. Quote, "I also brought marijuana directly to the governor's office the other day and I wasn't arrested. If anyone continues to get arrested in New Hampshire for possession of marijuana, you now have an excellent equal protection argument, and I'll be your witness." This isn't the first time Brad has boldly and publicly disobeyed bad laws. Links are in the show notes. This has been Peace News, your daily update on the peaceful evolution. Get more Peace News on the Next News Network. And for daily videos, subscribe at youtube.com/peacenewsnow. For peacenewsnow.com, I'm Derek J, reminding you that peace is the way.